Okay, we're going to start with number 18 on your review today. These are some word problems. Your company uses quadratic model negative 11x squared plus 350x to represent how many units, y, so y will be the number of units, of a new product will be sold x weeks after it was released. So x is the weeks and y is the number of units you'll sell. How many units, so you're looking for y, how many units can you expect to sell in week 12? So your week is 12. So I'm looking for y. I'm plugging in 12 for x. So I'm just rewriting this equation, but where I have x, I'm just going to put 12. So I'm just going to type that in the calculator then. Negative 11 times, whoops, that's not 11. Negative 11 times 12 squared plus 350 times 12. And I get 2,616. So my answer would be A. All right, number 19. Grasshopper is perched on a reed 5 inches above the ground. So we've got this grasshopper. He's on this reed right here. And he's going to hop off the reed and land on the ground about 5.9 inches away. So this is going to be about 5.9 over here. During its hop, its height is given by the equation. So this is going to be modeled by h equals negative 0.4x squared plus 1.50x plus 5, where x is the distance from the base of the reed, and h is the height in inches. How far was the grasshopper from the base of the reed when it was 3.75 inches above the ground? So we want to know, when was this height 3.75 inches? So put 3.75 where h was. And there's a few different ways you can solve this. I'm going to set it equal to 0, I think, and do the quadratic formula. Now I'm going to get two answers. And when I subtract 3.75, this becomes 1.25. So x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root. You can also graph this and take a look at it that way. B squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Negative 0.4, not negative 0. Okay, so I'm going to try this on the calculator, which is going to be, let's see if I can move this around so I can see what I'm typing. Nope, that's made it too big. I don't want it that big. There we go. Move, but don't make it big. Okay, negative 1.5. I'll first do plus the square root of b squared minus 4ac and get an answer, and I'm going to divide by 2 times negative 0.4. So one possibility is at negative 0.7 seconds. Well, that's not going to work. That was before he jumped off the reed. That's not going to help him. So let me go back up here and redo it. So remember it's plus and minus. So I'm going to go back over here and do the minus the square root. And then divide by 2 times negative 0.4 again. I'm going to change that to a minus. Whoops, I went too far back. Negative 1.5. Messed it up. Try that again. Negative 1.5 minus the square root of all of that. Get that answer. Divided by 2 times negative 0.4. And you get 4.45. So the other answer, so over here, negative 0.7 it would have been, and again here at 4.5 inches away, sorry, not seconds, inches, negative 0.7 inches and positive 4.5 inches. So my answer is going to have to be 4.5. Make sure, remember we got negative 0.7, so you don't want to answer the one that's 0.7 inches because that would have been wrong, because that would have been over here, and it's above 5 there. But it comes back down here, it's at 4.5 inches. When you're about 4.5 inches away, it's got a height of about 3.75 inches above the ground. All right, number 20, the length of a rectangle is 3 inches more than its width. So I've got a width of, let's just call it x, and a length of x plus 3. The area is 304. Find the width of the rectangle. So length times width is equal to area. I'm going to distribute this. X squared plus 3x equals 304. I'm going to set it equal to 0 and see if I can factor this. I need two numbers that multiply to give me 304 and add up to a positive 3. And I can get x plus 19 and x minus 16. 16 times 19 is 304. So my answers for values of x that will work for this equation are negative 19 and positive 16. Well, a side of a triangle can't be a negative. So the side of this triangle has to be 16. So this side's going to be 16, and this side's going to be 3 more than that, which is 19. So 16 times 19 is 304. They said the length is more than the width. So this is the length, this is the width, and the question wants to know, find the width. So my answer is going to be 16. Be careful, 19 is the length, but they didn't want the length. So make sure you're answering the right answer. All right, another word problem. I drew this on the board for some people today, but it's a rug is inside of a room, and it has this even border around the rug inside this room. So we've got this rug on the floor in here, and then we've got the border around the outside of the rug. And the rug has an area of 216, and the room is 15 by 21. So this border is going to have a length of x, which means this part of the rug would be 15 minus 2x. And this part of the rug, if this is x and this is x, would be 21 minus 2x. So the area of the rug would be 15 minus 2x times 21 minus 2x would equal to 16. So then you would want to distribute and combine your like terms. 15 times 21 would be 315 minus 30x minus 42x plus 4x squared equals 216. And so when you combine your like terms and set it equal to 0, you get 4x squared minus 72x. Let's see, 315 minus 216, that'd be plus 99 is equal to 0. You can, I'm not sure if that's real easy to factor, so you may want to do a quadratic formula. X is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So that's going to be 72. I'm going to do it on the calculator right here, which you can't see. Minus 4 times 4 times 99, and I get, divided by 8, I get 16.5 for an answer. But x can't be 16.5. Remember how you're going to have a plus and a minus? If I do plus, I get 16.5, but x can't be 16.5 because that's going to be too big for that side. It'd be taking too much off. So I'm going to do it again with the minus. And if I do minus instead of plus, then I'm going to get 1.5, and so those are my two answers when I do the quadratic formula. So this is the only one that'll work because of this particular problem. I can't be cutting 16, I can't have a border of 16.5 feet if my room is only 15 feet wide, but I could have a border that's 1.5 feet, because I would take 1.5 off this side, 1.5 off this side, and the lengths too.